Coming up on this week's DizPod, what is that called? And we feature Port Orleans. Welcome everybody to DizPod 21. I cannot believe that we are here already. DizPod 21 as we march our way to 500. Dream 21. Big, man.
The podcast is old enough to drink around the world at Epcot now.
Yay. I mean, we should mark it, whenever we reach a little milestone. I can hear myself.
Yeah.
It's let's turn that down.
So
excellent.
So yeah, it's I had mentioned a couple episodes ago that most podcasts don't make it past 20. I think it's something like 90% or something like that. So that is a gold star for us, if I do say so myself.
You did say that a while back, and I'm glad you mentioned it again. Like that's amazing. That just goes to show you how quickly people can give up on things.
Exactly.
Even this channel, starting this channel actually taught me patience with things in life. Probably not everything I do, but it really taught me patience. And it's stories I've told time and time again. But at the same time, this channel wasn't started with a grand plan. It was off the cuff. Hey, you kids want to start a YouTube channel? Because at whatever age Jillian was, 8 or something, she wanted to be a YouTube star. So I kind of did it for her. But guess it's kind of like, Daddy, can I get that puppy? And then I'll take care of it. But then the parent takes care of it. That's living in Diz. I had to take care of this because an 8-year-old isn't going to how to video, make a vlog, edit, market it. And I was like, if I'm putting these videos out here, I need somebody to see them.
Yeah.
So how do I do it? So I did all kinds of research and voila, here we are. I'm still taking care of the puppy. That's really what it is.
It's more than a puppy now. It's more
That's
than
right.
a puppy. It's full grown dog now.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So really, I mean, that is it. That is how, a lot of YouTubers anywhere in any genre, if I'm talking about everybody here in the Disney community, a lot of them started like, I want to do this. My goal is a living. I want to be a YouTube star myself. I had none of that. I was taking care of the dog. So here we are. I'm dedicated to all of you as you are dedicated to us. So thank you very much. So lots of news coming out, right? With some events, follow-up Jollywood news. Universal Studios just came out with their news drop today from Mardi Gras. So we might touch on that a little. Yes. And it's all kind of a Mardi Gras theme a little bit, because we're talking about Port Orleans, and we'll be talking because the news dropped for Universal just hours ago. We won't be super prepared, but I can touch on some things with my email. And you have some Jollywood news as well.
I do. There's a couple different holiday updates, which I thought was kind of appropriate for today, since the decor started going up on Main Street. So I've seen some of those pictures go out there on socials for Hollywood as well. Well, we saw that last night. Sunset Boulevard has the stars up. So
yes, it only took me 3/4 of the way down the street to acknowledge it.
So yeah, I thought we could go over that. Not a ton of news about it, but just some quick updates. So actually, I'll bring them up now if we want.
I think Catherine, I can't figure out if Catherine in chat is talking smack about my frog shirt, my Kermit the Frog shirt, or what. She's like, it's still 2 yards of fabric. Here it is. Here's the shirt today. It's my Kermit the Frog that I had to buy yesterday. It was a must buy. Hot off the rack. This is hot off the rack. And it is hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here. And I like what you're sporting there.
So, yeah, mine is Pirates. Mickey and the gang as pirates.
That's not a repeat, right?
No. Actually,
I feel like
I
I've
had to take the tag off.
Yeah, and so did I. And I have now obtained multiple shirts as of yesterday. I want to thank Ann Gilnack for conspiring with Tammy on this whole thing. I'm going to tell you all how this came about. So I'm going about my workday yesterday, and I get a generous PayPal sent to my phone, and I'm like, okay, I'm not live. Let me look. And it was Ann Gilnack. And the message was like, hey, enjoy Merry Christmas. I'm like, okay, does she mean just in general? Okay. So I immediately messaged her and thanked her. And a short, was it before or after? It was before. So before this, Tammy had a chance to go to the character warehouse. So she did. And like she does when she goes, she texts me pictures of items and asks me if I want it. So she started showing me some pictures of some shirts, and I agreed to, well, I was going to say most of them. I agreed to all of them. And that was it. So later I get this PayPal. And after that, I said to Tammy, hey, Ann sent this wonderful PayPal. And she said, oh, ha, ha, ha. She said she sent me to the character warehouse to get you some shirts. So those two worked together very nicely.
Why am I not surprised?
I know. And tonight's mug is this. It's R2D2.
Nice.
Love this one.
Very
This
nice.
is old. This is old. This is a classic. And by old, I mean, this is probably 5 years old.
Uh-huh.
So,
It looks bigger. Is it a bigger size mug, or is it just a
well,
little?
here's my hand. I don't have the biggest hands, but I would say it is definitely larger than a cup.
Okay.
It's probably the equivalent of 2 cups, maybe. So, I mean, to give you an idea, it's really just under a half full, and I think that's like 8 ounces. So this is probably at least a 16 ouncer
Okay.
right there. And I thought of this mug recently, maybe in the last year. I think I still saw it on the shelves. Maybe not now, but I think it turns up now and then. It's a great mug. They should just continuously make this one, because look, it's rounded at the top too.
Yeah.
It's rounded like his head.
Yeah.
They probably should have. He probably should have come with a cap to put on.
Yeah.
I love those kind of mugs.
Like you had a mug that had
Yes.
a cap. I can't remember which one it was.
You know who it is? It is the mayor from Not So Scary, from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Jack, where's Jack? Yeah, it's that one. So I decided to not wear my magic bands anymore because I showed them all
Right.
the other day.
There you go.
So we'll retire that segment.
My mug is Fantasyland. So you've got stuff from Fantasyland. Turkey legs, Mickey waffles, churros, popcorn.
That's new, isn't it? Like, just came out.
I would say probably not, because I got it on Shop Disney and it was on sale.
Oh,
So, but maybe it was on sale because it was new.
I feel like it was something I've seen recently, but I usually know my merch, but I'm going to stick with that and say that it's new.
All right, I'll go with it. It's new to me.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah. So what's the Jollywood news?
So Jollywood announced that there's going to be a sing-along. A What's This? Nightmare Before Christmas sing-along.
Oh, that's going to be so cool.
Yeah, and judging from the pictures, I'm guessing it's going to be the stage where Beauty and the Beast is. And it kind of looks.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So,
Good call.
yeah, so I'm thinking that's going to be that. So I'm excited about Jollywood Nights. Kathy, you are going the 11th?
The first one.
First
Very
one. First one.
Yep.
So
Very first one. Dad and I are going to go.
we will get a report in 2 weeks on Jollywood Nights.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yep.
Are you dressing up?
Of course. Come on, Lawrence. Come on.
Exactly.
That's a stupid question.
If I was drinking coffee, I would have spit it across the keyboard right now.
Do you know what you're wearing?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. All
But
right.
I will.
All right.
It'll be something festive for sure. It's not like I don't have anything in my closet.
Right. Right. No, I'm looking forward to that. I think it's a very different event. I also love that, the Muppets are kind of the host of the event, so it's going to be very cool to see.
How are the Muppets hosting this thing? Like, are they going to be centralized somewhere and, presenting themselves like they do in Liberty Square, or they did?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I'm certainly looking forward to that. Then we have some new snacks for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. So they put out a couple pictures of some of the new snacks. Are they new?
Now,
or did they just put them out.
These just debuted, and they all look brand new. Like,
Okay.
I don't remember any of these. The only one that maybe is returning, and I'm not sure, is the bottom left. What do we have there? Is that like a peanut butter ice cream or chocolate? We've got some M&Ms and some fudge drizzle there. I mean, it looks good. I would try all of this.
It all looks delicious. Serve it up. I'm ready.
That bottom left, we'll see how southern everybody in chat is. Do either of you, Kathy or Corey, know what that might be called, the way it looks with Chex Mix and M&Ms and all that?
Ooh.
Usually, I just call it Chex Mix.
Yeah.
Reindeer poop.
That's not too far off.
All right.
Catherine says she knows. When I worked, I used to manage a grocery store, and they told me that we had to have a setup for trash for the holidays. And I said, why would we put trash bags on an end cap for the holiday? That makes no sense to me. Apparently, they call that trash when you have like a mix like that. They call it trash.
Okay. I feel like I've heard that before.
I hadn't heard that until then.
I have not. First time I heard that.
Yeah, I always think about that when the holidays come around.
I'm a northerner, so
yeah.
Same.
From Queens.
Actually, we all are.
Yeah, tell them
we all are actually.
Trash. I'm like, putting out the trash.
Yeah, 2 New Yorkers and a Massachusetts.
Yeah. So the last one was the announcement of Disney After Hours, which we talked about off camera last week, but didn't really talk about on camera. And so these are going to be after hours events coming in January, and I'm kind of excited to see how that works. I'm hoping to be at one.
Are there more details to be released on that one? I mean, I'm expecting special characters, but nothing's been said about that yet, or no? And so are we going to get like the typical snacks, the free ones, like your popcorn, your soft drinks, your Mickey bars, ice cream sandwiches?
No.
I believe I read that. So I'll check as we get more into the holiday season. We'll certainly dig into that for sure.
So
sounds good.
This year, what they were basically like Moonlight Magic, except you had to pay for them, right? Basically, that's what it was.
I mean, After Hours is very, very much like DVC Moonlight Magic. I mean, let's think about this. What's different?
You pay for it.
I mean, so do you.
And
it's true.
This is true. I do pay for DVC.
You pay more.
Yeah, well,
But you know what though? At least it gives others a chance to experience it. And I've officially never been to an After Hours, so I've done the DVC Moonlight Magic, and I have done what's the other one? The extra hours there when you stay. I'm just drawing a blank. Yeah,
yep,
the deluxe.
You've done both with me.
Yeah, and so I have never officially done an after hours, but I'm very interested in doing this one coming up for sure.
Okay.
Are tickets available for that yet?
Ooh, good question.
Yeah, we might have to peruse the
We'll have to find that out.
website over there and see. But yeah, and speaking of Mickey bars, side note, had a Mickey bar last night, and I had to brave the cold in a t-shirt. I'm like, get me that
And
Mickey
shorts.
bar. Let's go. Put a little extra hair on my chest, like I need it.
Actually,
but
you
I had to
should use
eat-
it.
I had to eat that thing quickly because Phantasmic was starting. I'm like, man. So I had to really rip into that. And so I could, present my normal Phantasmic
Yeah.
presentation. So Mickey
So-
bar in one hand, stream in the other.
Alicia, the after hours party is a separate ticketed event. The park will close at I don't remember, 7, I believe. And then the event starts after that. But what's interesting is that they announced at the after hours party that they're going to show Enchantment. And so if you stay, or if you're there early, you get to see Happily Ever After, which will be shown at an earlier time, and then Enchantment. So that should be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'll be cool. That'll be cool. You're going to get people. I mean, most people should stay the entire time, but you'd be surprised at any kind of event, the amount of people that don't stay to the entire time.
Yeah.
But if they spread that out enough, I mean, you think most people are going to stay to see both shows.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm excited to see that. I mean, you don't ever really see two separate shows on the castle in one night. So
In one night. Yeah. Yeah. I almost say it might be worth Living in Diz streaming that. Just saying. Just putting it out there.
I'm already there in my mind, of course. Of course. I mean, even the survey said, you're right, more special events. So
hey, I'm good with that. So
yeah. So
you guys will
let's
get
keep it all
two
rolling.
fireworks shows in one night. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
All right.
Anything else on Jollywood?
No, that was all I really had on those. More to come.
All right.
I figured I would wait until Kathy goes, and then we can really have some good discussion about it.
Yep.
That sounds great. And as far as the Universal side, so Christmas starts, to be honest, I don't think we covered that in any kind of depth with Christmas starting. So maybe that's something we should include for the podcast next week, because we'll be covering it, or leading up to it. Maybe we'll do it leading up to it, because less than a month we'll be there. I'm so excited to present the Grinchmas play again, as well as eating some Christmas treats, as well as the Macy's parade is it's spectacular. I mean, Disney does some amazing parades, but that one just makes me feel like a little kid at home watching these big balloons go down New York City streets.
Yeah.
Like, I will never get to see that in person. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful thing to live stream, the colors, and it's just really pretty. And I know that our audience loves it. So it puts a smile on my face to deliver some Christmas multiple times through the stream that way as well. So we'll do that. But I wanted to mention the details dropped today at Universal for Mardi Gras. So we can go into detail on this as we approach the early part of February, but the event dates for Universal Mardi Gras, they call it International Flavors of Carnival. And that starts February 3rd and takes you up to April 7th, 2024. And everything is included in your ticket for the day, which is nice. So far, the park hours have not tweaked. Find that hard to believe. I mean, I was talking to a team member on Saturdays, and she told me that she thought hours would get up closer to 10 o'clock, something like that. But early peek at the calendar right now shows like 8 o'clock still. So hopefully that'll change.
Yeah, they'll adjust that.
Yeah. So of course you'll get the parade once again, the Mardi Gras parade, and everyone in chat can guess how many beads I'll catch. And that's always exciting. And of course, with just like with Disney, with any festival or celebration comes food booths, and we will check some of the food booths. Last year they did something different. They didn't kind of just stay with the New Orleans theme. It was interesting that they went the world over. So there were Germany booths and many other countries were represented. Did I think overall though that those food booths were as good as Epcot's? I don't think they touch them. Even the beignets aren't as good. But we'll try some things again. And live concerts come with that as well. They bring in some pretty big names too. So that is still to be announced for the live concerts. And that's probably all I'll touch on. Let me click on this here for a second. It looks like it might go into a little more detail for some of the foods. Let's see. International Flavors of Carnival. They have the Mofongo Trio Flight. What is in that? That's representing Puerto Rico. Mm-hmm. And it's a traditional mix of green plantains, bacon, garlic. I don't even know what that word is. Chicharrones? Probably not. But topped in 3 different ways. Traditional shrimp, chicken, mayo ketchup drizzle. I'm in. Yeah.
Yeah, that is right. Another
Yes. And another dish. We'll go into more details of this when we can show actual photos, and we'll dissect this thing, but we'll make a plan and see what we want to try the most. And I will say what they are bringing back is the Indonesian purple sticky rice pudding. If I'm not mistaken, I think Jill loved that. It's shaved coconut, sweet condensed coconut milk, purple long grain rice, diced mango, and shaved coconut. Yeah, she loved that. So, but we'll touch on that as the end of January comes, and we'll make y'all anticipate our visit there to Mardi Gras, and we'll do that way more than once.
Nice. Well, you mentioned that the food was not as good as the food booths at Epcot festivals. So I will also mention that the Festival of the Arts has been announced to start on January 12th this year.
Farts is back.
So that will that'll start on the 12th. I will just miss it because we are there through the 5th.
Don't worry, I got it covered.
Oh, there you go.
I got you.
So yeah, looking forward to that. I think we will hit it again probably towards the end.
Okay. I want to say welcome in chat to some new names that I'm not used to seeing. Not sure if you watch our live streams in the parks or you found the pod. I'm still looking for those people that have only found the podcast and then transition to the live stream. So if anybody is either, if you're live, let us know in chat if that is the truth. And also if you listen later on when we're not live, message me because that'll make my day. But don't lie. Tell the truth.
I'm going to message you. I just started watching the podcast.
I might believe you. I am naive like that.
All right. So chat, I'm going to give you a warning. This time, Corey and Kathy will not have to write anything down, but you may want to keep your own score at home. You can play along with us when we start the game. So just keep that in mind.
Oh boy, here we go.
It's game time.
So tonight's game is called, what's that called? And your clue a couple days ago was that you had to know your letters. So
that's right.
Any of the Disney fans know that there is a Disney language, Disney speak, that a lot of us know, especially if you're park pros. So I thought tonight we would challenge Kathy versus Corey to see who knows more Disney speak.
Oh boy, here we go.
All right, so if I was Vegas and I was given the odds on that one, I would probably, because Kathy beat me last time in a separate type of category.
Yeah.
I am going to give myself the edge. We'll set the edge at 2.5. 2.5. I'll beat Kathy by 2.5. What do y'all think in chat?
We're supposed to get sports betting in North Carolina. That should be interesting.
We don't have that. We don't have that in Florida.
Yeah, I think it was just approved. Of course, Catherine was telling me about it.
Good job, Catherine. She probably fought for it. You know what I like to do? Love a little side note. This is why this is not your grandfather's Disney podcast. We're not about just the news. We're about us and you getting to kind of know us in different ways. I love fantasy football. I'm so passionate about it. I play season long. I play FanDuel. I play responsibly. But there's a new game out there called Player Props. So it's basically like you say, I'll throw a name, Devontae Adams, wide receiver for the Raiders. He's going to get 88 yards today receiving. You just go over or under and you watch the game. It's harder than you think, but that's always fun. But the cool thing they did, and this is how I do it now, because I like doing research. Fun of that is doing research and seeing it pay off. But if you just watch the game and study the game for 3 quarters, you can still play that game midway through the game. So if he has 75 yards and it's still sitting at 88, and you're kind of seeing that they're going, you look at the game script, I think they're going to start going to him because they're down. They're going to pass a little bit more, or he's really using up that cornerback. You go over and you have a good chance to win. But anyway, that's my side thing. So hopefully that'll come to Florida like you're talking about. And Gilnack says, good night, Corey, Lawrence, Kathy, and everyone. I need to leave for a meeting, and I will rewatch when I return home tonight. We love you, Ann, and hopefully you have a good meeting, and we'll see you soon, my friend.
We're here. You come back from the meeting, we'll be here on the rewatch.
C. Michael T says -2.5 at -110. There you go. That's Vegas speak right there.
I was gonna say, Kathy, do you know what that means? Because I have no clue. I'm so lost.
I bet horses, so I know 25 to 1, 20 to 1, 2 to 5. I know those odds.
You know what I used to have fun doing? When Tammy and I were younger, no kids, all that stuff. I'm talking a couple decades ago, whatever, decade and a half, whatever. We lived in Massachusetts. So it was a short drive to go over to Newport, Rhode Island. And they had Jai Alai, which they said was fixed anyway. But she and I would go there, and like for $10 in the entire night, we might get something to drink and a snack, and we'd sit in the stands, and you throw down a couple of $2 bets, and you bet just the numbers on the teams, try to go for a trifecta or something, and you get to yell at the players, when they drop the ball and stuff like that. So that was fun. We did Jai Alai, so we used to bet on that.
Very cool. Courtney says she loves your flashing hat, Kathy.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I am all Mardi. Corey told me it was Mardi Gras theme, so yeah, okay, I got something for that.
There you go.
Always, and it's Mardi Gras, y'all.
Nice.
All right.
I don't know. I haven't gotten the hang of like where this camera is yet, but
yeah. We could step aside. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So another quick side note is I've been to actual Mardi Gras in New Orleans one time. I mean, I cheated. I lived there for 5 months, so I just drove over.
Do you see that?
All right, game time.
How's Courtney have
Kathy,
bubbles?
I love your flashing hat. Nice.
She has bubbles next to her name.
It's this I got this many years ago at an event on Long Island that was called Rise of the Jack-o'-lanterns. It was a Halloween themed event where they carved all these pumpkins and made all these sculptures out of pumpkins, and you just walked through for like hours, and it was amazing. I think they used to have one down here, but they don't anymore. So I don't know why, but I would really love to do that again.
Cool.
All right, everybody in chat, ready?
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna play. What is that called? So the first
Tell
one
me.
probably gonna be easy. When I say actually, I'm gonna put it up on the screen. When I give you the question, say your name, and that'll be your buzzer.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Kathy, you're a little blurry. Maybe like
I know.
move to the camera and
How'd
move
that
out.
happen?
Yeah, you might have to move in and then back.
Just
out.
moving around. You probably confuse the camera.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know how. I don't know. I think when I was standing up, it got blurry all of a sudden. Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe,
maybe put your
flashing
hand
lights.
close to it and then kind of back out.
Let me
There you
check
go.
the-
Oh,
okay.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah, it
There you
was
go.
I think it was getting confused with the flashing lights for
Might
a
be.
while. So
There you go.
So if you get it without a clue, it'll be worth 3 points. If I have to give you a clue, it's only worth 1 point. Okay.
All right.
I'm going to give you the location that it's in. So if it's in a park, I'm going to tell you what park. If it's just in Disney World, I'll just say Disney World. All right. First one is in Magic Kingdom.
okay.
COP.
Carousel. Oh, Kathy.
Go ahead.
Carousel of Progress.
That is correct. Yeah, I told you that would
Good
be
job.
an easy one.
The words were about to leave my mouth, but then she said it. So.
All right. The next one is in Disney World. LBV.
Corey,
Go ahead.
Lake Buena Vista.
Got it.
Good for you, Corey.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. This one, I don't know. Maybe
These are usually my weakness, actually, these things. So it takes me a second to process. I'll be live somewhere and people will go to PXY. And I'm like, wait, what's that?
This one will be Disney World. MB Plus.
Oh, Corey,
Go ahead.
Magic Band Plus.
Yes.
Wow.
Yay.
All right. I was thinking places, not things.
Ah.
All right. Oh, okay. So it can be things too. Okay.
Yes. Can be things.
Okay. All right. Gotta get the brain working differently here.
Uh-huh. All right. So this one's in Disney World.
Oh, Kathy.
Go ahead.
Old Key West.
Oh, I got it.
Yes.
Good job.
Oh, I didn't even get
Resort-
So
I
if
know.
you say your name, if you say your name and you get it wrong, do you get a negative?
Yeah, we can do that. See,
Let's do
we just
that.
make up the rules on the fly. That's how my family plays games anyway.
I used to make up games on the playground all the time. I made some cool games.
All right, this one is Disney World. Where'd it go? Oh, sorry. This one is Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Studios.
Kathy.
Go ahead.
Wow.
Oh, I thought. Wait a minute.
I smell a negative coming on.
I thought I knew it, but wait a minute. Hold on.
5, 4.
Rise of the Resistance.
Yes, that was
Good
It's
job.
it's missing the T.
yes. because it-
ROTR. It's missing the T. That's what threw me off for a second. I was like, wait a minute.
yeah, some of the abbreviations we don't put in the T, and some we do. I don't know. All right, good job on that one. All right, this is Disney World. QS.
Ooh. QS. Let's see. Q. Boy, what starts with Q?
I know. Like,
I should have
What
had the
starts
check-in
with
music
Q?
for this one.
Yeah. We should, because while we're thinking. no dead air.
That's right.
No dead air. That's a sin.
Yeah, I know. All dead. Well, I'm gonna. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm thinking.
I'm gonna say I'm not going for the negative there.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna
give you a
pass.
clue.
I'm gonna pass.
I'll give you a clue. Has to do with food.
Oh, Kathy,
Go ahead.
quick service.
Yes.
I had to play honest. I looked down at the chat and I saw that in there, so I would not
I'm
answer.
not looking at my chat, cheater.
Well, I'm not looking to cheat. You know what? I will do this. I will take the chat away for now. There we go.
There you go. There you go. I actually can't see the chat because I have the banners that I'm putting up.
Also, everyone, I want to say this. Stay tuned. Do not go away because we will be featuring Port Orleans and featuring that and talking about it. And I have surprised all of you. And Lawrence didn't even know I was doing this, and neither did Kathy. I pulled clips from over the last 5 years of us at Port Orleans. You're not going to want to miss those clips.
Very, very cool. I'm looking forward to that. All right. This one is in Hollywood Studios. We're going back to Hollywood Studios.
All right.
Kathy.
Go ahead, Kathy.
Tower of Terror.
Ooh,
She's fast, man.
Ooh,
She's fast. Like as soon as I'm ready to say my name, she's saying it. I really need to make a comeback now.
Yes.
I'm waiting for double points. When does the double points start? Round 2.
He's ramping up. Okay.
There might not be a round 2.
This is Disney Springs.
Kathy.
Corey.
I said
Kathy.
it first. World of Disney.
That was me. That was me.
I said it
Chat
first.
in the replay.
We don't have instant replay, so you'll have to.
We
watch
need
the
instant
rerun.
replay on that one.
I said it first.
Let's ask chat. Chat, go to the replay. We're going to. We have the chat and replay. I know I said that one, but if we rule that way,
There's some folks getting it. Mom says.
Oh, Purple Pleasure says Kathy was first.
About that.
Thank you, Purple Pleasure.
Okay, all right. I'm still gonna go back when we're done and take a peek at that, but we will take all of your word for it.
All right. This is in Disney World. LL.
Oh, Kathy.
And not Cool J. Go
Lightning
ahead, Kathy.
Lane.
Wow.
I am not newsflash. I told you as soon as I realized what the game was. I'm not good at letters. I am not good at that.
All right.
But I'm still gonna fight.
This is question
for it,
10.
Corey.
We're going to 15. All right. This is in Magic Kingdom. HEA.
Kathy.
Corey. Yeah,
I
she
said
got
it
me.
first. Happily ever after.
Wow. All right.
This is a whipping. You may not even have to get to 15.
Yeah, I mean, really. All right, I'm gonna mix it up. Let's see. This is an Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom. Corey.
Go ahead, Corey.
I'm just gonna start saying my name. Flight of Passage.
Flight
See?
of Passage.
Good one, Corey. See, I don't ride that, so that would come to you before me. So
You don't ride Tower of Terror either.
that's true.
And you were all over that one.
Okay. Ooh,
we were
let's
just
see.
there last night, so it's fresh in my memory.
We
Yeah.
were. I gotta get on that. It's been a while. I'm gonna have to ditch Kathy
Yeah.
at some point if she's out there with me.
Yeah.
Get on that. I did have plans last night. I was gonna go on Rock and Roller Coaster, but I couldn't ditch just Kathy. I couldn't ditch Kathy and Victor, so I said I'll do it some other time. Do single rider.
Okay, this one is in Disney World. DAK.
Kathy.
It's in Disney World.
Kathy.
Shoot.
Disney's Animal Kingdom.
Man,
Yep.
very
Yep.
good.
She's wiping the floor with me, everybody.
All right.
Told you I love game shows, man. This is right up my alley. Bring on Jeopardy. Okay.
Last one.
Last one, and it's worth 15 points.
Sure. I don't know
Okay.
if that'll make a difference, but let's try. Actually, look on my scoreboard. I put extras on your side. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. This one is in Magic Kingdom.
Corey. I just had to. It's in Magic Kingdom. Geesh. Liberty Tree Tavern.
Good for you, Corey.
Yay.
I let you have that one. I felt bad.
It's not going to matter, but I still think I answered first on that other one. So we'll have to go back and review that and see. But I got to
Not
trust the
according to
chat.
Not according to
I
the
know.
chat.
I know. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe it's like you are a half a second delayed, and when I'm looking at you and I answer, it's who knows.
I don't think the
Ooh.
chat is delayed.
Let it go, let it go.
Behind us, but I don't think we're behind each other.
No, we're not.
But okay.
We're real
Yeah,
time.
that wasn't as close as I thought it was going to be.
No, you played to my weakness.
22-12. So
So chat
Catherine-
knows now when we're live in the parks, don't hit me with letters. I'm not
Don't-
going to know what you mean. I'm not going to know what you mean.
That's your
So
homework now, Corey. Better brush up on it.
Yeah,
I mean, Lawrence could have put up TTA or TTC.
I have others, but this is just the first time we're doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why he said we have to know our letters.
Yeah.
Got it.
All right. So Kathy, for winning,
You are our winner.
you get a little Bob Barker there.
Yay, Bob Barker.
All right.
There you
so
go.
very cool. So yeah,
Thank
we'll
you.
do
That's
we'll do
fun.
that. Not only that, but I went to Target the other day and I
Mhm.
bought a Disney game, totally different, not trivia. Well, it has to do with trivia, but it's called Chronology,
Oh,
and you have to.
all
tell-
right.
There's like 3 things that happened within Disney's 100 years, and it gives you the years, and then it gives you one without the year, and you have to fit it in there. So that's
Oh, I like that.
that's coming up on a future episode.
Nice. Stay tuned, everybody.
That's what we'll be known for, games.
Let us know in the chat if you all enjoy the segment where we play a game. Like maybe put some hearts or something. Get a little live feedback
Yeah,
on
let us-
that.
Let us know.
Well, Catherine was saying that she wants one of us, either Corey or me, to do a game so that you could play, and I will do that for you. I'll come up with
Oh,
something. for
all
you.
right.
You
All right.
versus Corey.
Sounds good. That's a deal. That sounds good.
All
Yeah,
right.
we'll have to probably alternate that. Yeah.
Very cool. So let me.
Looks
bring-
like chat is loving that. So we'll bring you more games, everybody.
Games are fun. Who doesn't love
Mhm.
games? I love games.
Allison
Although
says
although I think I think my dad is banned from ever playing Monopoly at Corey's house again.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, her dad is banned from playing Monopoly at our house. I think he's still collecting money from me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm way in the
played,
negative.
we played Disney Monopoly for New Year's, and Dad just wiped the floor with all of us.
Yeah, it was so
the
embarrassing.
Tycoon extraordinaire. Yeah.
The way
It
you
was
said that, I didn't
hurtful.
know if he was good or if he was like flipping tables because he was
Oh
mad.
no! He whipped us all, man. He had all the money, all the properties, everything. He just had everything on his side of the board.
I would have threw him out, but he was Kathy's dad, so I had to be nice.
So Allison says that they enjoy the games, you need more categories. So tell me what kind of categories you're you talking about there? I'll be glad to do that. Oh, your mom.
My mom said Corey Kathy was first.
That's
Thanks,
it. No
Mom.
Alright.
needed.
Mom has
said it.
spoken.
That's it. Your mom and my mom both got in there and said that.
You know what's interesting? I'm going to call out my mom because she spelt my name wrong, and I'm sure she just said it fast, and that's what the phone decided to put in, Corey, and she purposely didn't include the E because she wanted me to have an easier time spelling my name.
Oh.
So that's the first time I've ever seen my mom spell my name wrong, but I know why.
Oh boy. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Have Allison said we're flipping tables? Have any of us ever flipped a table in our lives?
I don't think so. I don't
Yeah, I've wanted to.
Yes.
But
Yes.
I guess I've never done it. I'll have to fall back on Tammy on that one. If I've ever flipped a table, I probably have never flipped one because you think of the consequences. You know, now I'm gonna have to clean this up.
Yeah.
Okay. I have to take that back. I actually have flipped a table. It's not what you think, though. I used to be a party light consultant, which was like the candles, the at-home candle parties. I used to go to people's houses and do candle parties. So I would carry around a table with me to put all my stuff on there. So yes, technically I have flipped a table.
Nice.
I have not flipped a table. I like my family plays a lot of games when we get together. Like I said, we make up the rules as we go along. But normally we're laughing too hard to flip a table.
You know what's so funny about Uno? Like when you play Uno with anybody, I just feel like you get so many laughs from Uno. I think it's like the revenge factor, and you know, you getting back on somebody, and you love when that reverse hits, so you can get back that person that got you. So I don't know. Games are fun.
Do you stack the drawer 2s and drawer 4s?
No, I have no strategy when I play Uno except match the number and match the color.
So because that's one of the rules is that you can't. I think Uno released that you can't stack them. They're not supposed to stack. So if somebody puts out a drawer 4, you just have to draw 4. If you have a drawer 4, you can't stack that and make the other person draw 8. We play where you can stack.
Oh, okay. It's really tough when you play where the person has to keep drawing until they get something that they can play, as opposed to just pick up one card as well.
Yeah.
We are all over the place tonight, and I love it.
All over the
That's the DizPod. That is the DizPod, everybody. Welcome to my brain. You're inside of it tonight.
There are no show notes. It's go as we go.
So is that like a date the next time you're all in town? Like we're gonna go sit down and play Uno all together?
Oh,
you know what? We should do that.
I thought you were gonna say flip tables.
No.
I mean, we can flip tables too. That's it. I need to find a place live in the parks or something where I can't flip a table in the park. Maybe we can flip one. Corey. Yeah, maybe we can flip one. I don't even know, in a resort.
Would that not be hilarious? We're out there in the parks and all of a sudden we're just sitting playing Uno.
Yeah. Let's think of the best places to just bust out an Uno game. People will be looking at us like, what are they doing?
You know, you have like you have those big like especially like remember we were at Beach Club, Corey, that big room with all the tables in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Great to play. You know, that would have been great to play. There are some resorts that have some beautiful main areas where we could just sit and play cards. I know, you know, Dad and I and Janelle and my uncle. We always used to do that. We used to love to play like in the just play in the main area.
That sounds awesome. We'll have to see if we can line that all up where it's at, the end of the day and we're just chilling at the resort or something, and play some Uno.
Yeah.
Tammy will play.
Is she good? Who wins at Uno in your
we are not a family that plays games much. I've always wanted to be that, but we really don't have a great track record of doing that. We have tons of games. Tammy likes to watch and not play, so I would play with the kids. And I probably beat them 75% of the time.
We're big game players in my family. We play everything.
I love it.
Poker, Monopoly. We play all kinds of stuff. I love Clue. We used to play a lot of Clue. We used to like bingo. We used to play a lot of stuff. We're big game players in my family.
Nice. All right, since we've taken this road, now I'm going to ask the chat. What is your favorite game to play with your family? Put in the
There
chat.
you go.
Monopoly, Uno, Yahtzee. Just tell us. Clue. Family.
I don't know a lot of games either. Like Uno is my go-to. I've played some Monopoly. Beyond that, one of the games I grew up with, it's not my favorite, but I do love playing Sorry.
Okay.
That was always fun.
That's
where
one I've
you
never
slide.
played.
Really?
Never played
You
that.
slide
Yeah.
the little guy, and
I played
that's a tough
Flying.
one. It's
We gotta play
kind of a
Clue.
game of revenge as well.
We got to play Clue. Clue is amazing. That is a thinker.
86JB played Mastermind growing up. Jacob
Ooh.
Bonfiglio loved Uno.
That's upstairs.
Oh.
I have Mastermind upstairs.
CB Disney
Ramon the
like
Goat.
Pictionary. Pictionary is fun. That's a real fun game.
Ramon the Goat, Settlers of Catan. I don't even know what that is, but
I feel like I've
sounds
heard that.
good.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I've never been a Dungeons and Dragons person, but it sounds cool. It sounds really cool, but it's kind of like it sounds like too much work, which doesn't seem that's the deterrent for me. It's similar to now when you play video games, and I'll watch Jacob play this one, and it's like all these level ups and things like that. It's what does this mean, and what does this little symbol mean with this number, and I tune out when it comes to that stuff. But it seems fun.
It is.
Shoots and ladders, Skip-Bo. Nice.
What we play in my family is Spoons, which is a card game. It's kind of like Go Fish, but on a totally different level.
Go Fish is more of my speed. For sure. I love checkers. Disney trivia at work via Zoom. I always win, says Pamela. Yeah, D&D is complex for sure. But I'll tell you, one game I do enjoy, but I feel better about doing it with Jacob, is there's a Dungeons and Dragons type of game that came out a couple years ago. We have to get back into it and finish it. Tiny Tina's something. That's a lot of fun. It's actually a young witch with different characters around the board, and the adventure takes you inside the board. So you're controlling the guys, and there's all the power-ups and all that stuff. So it's kind of like playing a Dungeons and Dragons, which is a lot of fun when I do it with Jacob. Yeah.
I'm
All right.
intrigued by this one.
Oh, CB Disney fan says Twister. We
Twister
should go to
Bill.
Pop Century and play their Twister game. They have a Twister board at Pop Century.
Oh yes, I saw that.
That'll be fun.
That sounds like a live stream event right there.
Yeah, I think we need to come up with like something to do at every single resort that's unique to that resort. I think that would be a great thing.
I do like that. I do like
That could be a good series.
Yeah.
So should we dive into Port Orleans?
Sure.
Yeah.
Again, stay tuned, everybody. I got some classic videos to show you and everything.
Oh, all my stuff is still in New York. I don't have any of my Port Orleans stuff. I haven't been there since I've been here. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So I did put a couple pictures in if you want to pull them up while I'm talking.
Okay.
So Port Orleans, which originally started as Dixie Landing.
Hey, you know what? It's been a while since we've done this.
Yes, I forgot.
Ready for this?
Woo! How about that? It's been so long. So
I wanted to do it twice. There you go.
So let's talk about Port Orleans. So Port Orleans was originally started as Dixie Landing and changed to Port Orleans French Quarter and Port Orleans Resort Riverside. So it's really two different resorts. They have their own architecture and their own feel to it, but still comprised as one. So they both are themed to look like New Orleans in the Old South. Beautiful architecture, the landscaping, and music. So first, it's a great value because it is a moderate resort, and even though it's a moderate resort, you still have larger rooms. To me, they feel larger. If I compare them to Caribbean Beach, it's a much larger, not much larger, but large enough. Um, so some of the amenities, you have a pool with a water slide. You've got a great food court. We all know that that's where you can get beignets. It's got a nice lounge, gift shop, obviously, laundry facilities. There's even bike rentals, fishing. And I know when we first stayed there, the first night we walked over, we were staying at French Quarter, and we walked over to Riverside to go eat. And on the path along the river there, here comes this horse. And it's like, what? Where's this horse? And you could take a horse-drawn carriage right around the Susquehanna River. So it's a really nice hotel. I really like the theme there. You can also take the boat over to Disney Springs, so they don't have a bus if the boat is running. So you get a nice boat ride over to Disney Springs. So the atmosphere, obviously, as we talked about New Orleans, French Quarter Hotel, inspired by the historic district of New Orleans, with cobblestone streets, gas lamps, wrought iron balconies, really gives you that New Orleans feel. Very colorful Mardi Gras characters leading up to the pool there. And then the Riverside Hotel is based on the rural Louisiana bayou, with white column mansions in Magnolia Bend and quaint backwood cottages in Alligator Bayou. So it really, it has two different feels to it. I'm curious which one Corey and Kathy stayed at, and did you like one or the other?
I have stayed at all three sections. I've stayed at French Quarter, I've stayed at Riverside, Magnolia Manor, and Alligator Bayou. I've stayed at all three. Each one of them had their own little charm, but I think I liked French Quarter the best. I just thought it was cuter and a little bit more compact, but I did like that. Yes, and I have taken the horse-drawn carriage at
Nice.
Riverside. Yes, we have done that. Yeah, they're all nice, but I definitely like French Quarter only because it's more compact. If you want to walk around a lot more, by all means. And I know that some of the Riverside ones now have the fifth sleeper. There is a fifth sleeper in some of them, so you can fit more people now in some.
Yeah.
So.
And of course,
yes.
if you go over to excuse me, to Riverside, you get boat rights, which is where we ate.
Yes.
And then, of course, you can see Yeehaw Bob over there.
Yes, that is a. I have a story about boat rights. So, my uncle loved omelets. Like omelets was his thing. So, we would go there. We went there for breakfast one time, and he ordered an omelet. And the guy and the server was like, "Well, what do you want on it?" And he goes, "Well, I'd really love everything. Can I have everything?" And sure enough, they went back. They put everything on that menu into the omelet. The thing was like this. It was huge. It was like a gigantic and. Oh my! It was hilarious. It was hilarious. The thing was like a foot and a half long and like 6 inches high. It was like really funny. It was really, really funny. Yep. But they accommodated, and they didn't charge him any extra.
Now that's awesome because whenever I see an omelet station, that's what I do. I'm like, give me everything. But that's the ultimate right there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very nice. Corey, what about you? What did you stay at Riverside or?
So we have yet to stay over there, which I would love to do. but we've frequented it many, many times. Mostly when we want to see Yeehaw Bob or just go get beignets,
Mhm.
and then just walk around. We have done vlogs in the past years ago where we hung out there and covered the resorts that way. So even the resorts I haven't stayed at, I know them very well because the only thing I haven't done is sleep there because, living here we've done plenty of perusing around. So
Mhm.
I think that the Port Orleans, the French Quarter is my favorite, but Riverside is really nice too.
Yeah.
And what's the other one?
It's Riverside and Port Orleans. It's Port Orleans, there's French Quarter and Riverside, but Riverside has two sections: Magnolia Manor with the big mansion-looking things, with the white columns, and then there's Alligator Bayou. They're a little more rustic, little cabiny looking things. Yeah.
Oh, okay. To be
Yeah.
honest, I'd have to see a photo. I don't know if I've been to the Alligator Bayou section, but love that resort, overall, and I can see why people love it. And the food is great. So the pool is really neat.
Yes.
If really well themed, and it's the only resort that you can walk along the path and there are like alligator statues in the middle of the path on your way to the pool. So that's pretty cool right there.
Yeah.
And
Playing the
you know,
saxophone, I
you can-
believe. I think the alligator plays that.
Yes. And you can go over to the French Quarter, in the evening, even late into the evening, and listen to some jazz and enjoy some of the New Orleans type of cuisine over there, hors d'oeuvres and things like that, and drinks. So that's always great as well. A couple of other things. I don't know if this came back after COVID, but I think it was just Sunday mornings that you could do a 5K run. It was like a beignet run. So at the end of the run of your 5K, you got a beignet. So I thought that was pretty cool. I always considered doing that. I never had a chance to do it. And the other thing is, I don't know if they did that this year, but in the past, they had a whole pumpkin scavenger hunt where they had different villains carved into the pumpkins, like Gaston and Facilier, and you had to go around and write them all down. At the end, you get to pick a prize in the lobby. So those are the other little nuances that people may not know of. For
There
Port
were a lot
Orleans.
of
Sounds
scavenger
like the
hunts
jack-o'-lantern.
and arts and crafts at all of the resorts. And I would venture to say that most people are so busy going to the parks that they don't slow down, and their resort days are normally just the pool and not some of these other things that you can really do. So hopefully people will take advantage of that. I know I'm starting to add more into that when I go.
That's well said. And like you said, that usually is the focus. We're going to stay by the pool, but definitely try to carve out some time to really get to know your resort.
Yeah.
There are, like, I'm just kind of repeating what you said, but there's always things for the kids to do, crafts, games. What we used to love when we came on vacation on our pool days was Jillian loved the pool games that they would play. A lot of the resorts will play, the DJ will be there, they'll play music. Jill would participate in the hula hoop contests and whatever else they would do, she would participate. So that was always fun to watch.
Yeah, there's a lot to do. So hopefully people will do that even more.
Yeah. So do we want to hit these videos?
Yes.
These special videos that I don't know why I scratched my nose like that. First of all, let's just hit up our sponsor quick, a couple of our sponsors really quick, and then we'll get into these really cool videos. So don't go anywhere, everybody. If you're looking for a home that offers the perfect blend of luxury, comfort, and convenience with Disney World in your backyard, Victor Naraki, a licensed realtor with Vision Home Real Estate, LLC, is there to help you find the home of your dreams. With over 13 years of experience in the vacation home market and a proven track record of success, Victor is the perfect partner to guide you through every step of the way of the home buying process. And I have to rewrite this a little bit, but Victor wants you to know he does not do vacation homes. He only does purchasing. Check him out at disneyatyourdoorstep.com. And your dream home is just a click away. I want to say it's just a click away. Like it just sounds like Disney. If you're planning your next vacation, consider booking your magical adventures await. Claudia is creating Disney adventures worldwide. She is a Disney travel agent, and she can book you to places like Walt Disney World, Florida, Disney Cruise Lines, Aulani Resort in Hawaii, and guided group vacations with Adventures by Disney. She can also plan trips to Universal Studios. The best part is if you book with her, her services are free. Disney pays her to help you create a seamless magical adventure, and her availability is unmatched. You can get her Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday and Sunday, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Make your magical planner, Claudia, interested today from your magical adventures await by calling her at 956-455-8049. And you can also follow her on Instagram, Claudia Ingerson, all one word. All right, we ready for these fun clips? Let's do this. So I pulled 4 clips, and I apologize if I did them last minute. So the only one thing is prepare to turn down your volume, but definitely enjoy. I'm not sure how the volume level will be on these, but if I have time to truly edit them, then the volume will be much better. But the volume might be fine. So I'll set up each clip of the 4. And they are raw. So there's one clip that is going to play a little bit where I was adjusting. So you're going to hear a little bit of a repeat. But just know that they're a little bit raw, but most of them are fine. And we'll just go to the first one. We talked about Yeehaw Bob. So if you don't know who Yeehaw Bob is, he's a great man. He loves fun. He's the perfect person for this. You know, it's going to be a hard person to replace when he ever steps down from that role. Disney's going to have to look, they're going to be lucky if they find someone to fill his shoes in an effective way. So here's a 30-second clip. We were there maybe last year, and he pulled Jillian up on stage. And this is just a short clip, but through the entire song, he pointed to Jillian every, I think, ending part of the song, and Jillian had to do a twirl. So here we go.
Like you look agency, 4 calling on the calling verse. Everybody in here go, call, call. Let's practice. Ready to go. Call, call. Oh, you can make more noise than that. On the 14th Christmas, like you look agency, 4 calling birds. Perfections, 2 turtles, Juliet, and the polish in the bed. Okay, on the 15th Christmas, like you look.
That was fun. The chat had a lot of fun watching Jillian do that too. So that was a lot of fun. I'm glad Jillian participated in that. And certainly something Kathy would do too. She'd have fun with that. This one's a little bit longer, this clip, and it is pulled directly from a vlog. So way early in our channel, we went back and we did a feature vlog for, I think this was for the not the French Quarter side, the other side. It might be multiple. Let's take a look at it.
I'm Corey.
I'm Jillian.
And we're living in Diz. Today we are here at Port Orleans to give you a full. I'm Corey.
I'm Jillian.
And we're living in Diz.
This is the one. This is the one that was a little bit.
Living in Diz. Today we are here at Port Orleans to give you a full walkthrough of the resort, so you can make up your mind if this is the place, in fact, you'd like to stay.
Warning is gigantic.
Here's the back side of the Port Orleans French Quarter. You can see the architecture, which looks very much like what you would see in the New Orleans area. This is the backside trail that actually connects both sides of Port Orleans, Riverside and French Quarter. And here's some of the nice stone brick walkways. This is a little pavilion that sits out on the water with some benches. And this, in my opinion, is the coolest walkway. Don't you think, Jill?
This is a really, really cool walkway here at Port Orleans.
This was before I bought a gimbal, by the way.
This looks like it could be the front entrance to the main lobby, but it's actually the back side of it. If you were to walk through those doors and continue to walk through, you could actually get out to the front where the buses would pick you up. This is the main lobby, which is spectacular with the columns and the chandeliers and all that architecture. And just off to your left, of course, the gift shop.
This is a really rare vlog. I rarely ever narrated the vlogs.
This is Sasagula, which is where you would go for all of your eating needs. And there's some cool glassed-in masks reminiscent of all things New Orleans, with some other decor hanging over the door, which I thought was pretty cool. Here's an overview of the eating area. It is table service style, so you go up and order your meals. Here's a view of some of the menu items that they have.
So there you go. Little snippet there, little tour of the French Quarter area. And yeah, that's very rare. I don't know why I chose to narrate that one. Who knows? So Purple Pleasure stayed there. She's really excited. CB Disney fan says Jillian was definitely a mini-me. She is my mini-me. She won't admit it. She is my mini-me. I love that. That made me laugh in chat.
She's yelling the opposite from the other room. No, I'm not. I can hear her.
Oh yeah, exactly. 2 more clips. If y'all having fun, watching these clips, say so in chat. So the next 2 are the beignets. They're 2 separate times when we went and did vlogs on the beignets. Jacob and I did this together. It was a Saturdays where we were alone. We weren't a live stream channel. Hello, April Etheridge. So good to see you again. And so there was a time where we only did vlogs and we never did live streams. So we went to Port Orleans, Jacob and I, to try these famous beignets that we've never tried before. And much to my surprise was the fact that they give you so much powder on these beignets. It's impossible to not make a mess. And I looked around at other tables and I didn't feel as badly because it happens on every table. But, boy, those cast members have a lot cut out for them when it comes to cleaning. And get ready to see a young Jacob here. It's about a 1:05 clip. And we had fun with this. It's showing the aftermath. Oh, and also I should say, if anybody watches Paging Mr. Morrow, I told Nate I did this too. I paid homage to Nate, where he used to bite. I don't even know if he does it anymore. When he bites into something and he really likes it, goes to black and white with some music. So this is my little salute to Nate Paging Mr. Morrow.
They didn't want you to use it.
But they do. They give you a lot.
They give you a lot of powder. So here we go. There's a ton of powder. We've made a mess. Sorry, Disney. Guilty as charged.
On the other hand, I'm almost clean.
Just because you licked your hands.
No, this hand I didn't even use. This one, I barely even used it.
We have to show you guys what the table looks like after eating 3 beignets.
And this is not what
the carnage.
Originally looked like right here. There was just powder all over right here.
Yeah, I think it was worse than this.
It was worse. That's how much you get. Even more than that.
Yeah, there's a ton of powder, so I felt like you needed to use it. So to finish
Very cool.
My man, that's just, that could probably make it in my top 10 of favorite vlogs ever. Yeah, those are good memories. So the final one is some more beignets, and we returned quite a while later. And you know, if I want to get a little personal for a second, this one has an emotional attachment because this is when Jacob first became sick, and it was really, really soon where we would find out that he was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. And so I think we kind of kept him off camera a little bit because we weren't really sure what was going on with him. And we didn't want to kind of show that transformation. He got really thin. So kind of an emotional type of vlog for me, but I can't keep that out of my mind when I come up with this one. But here it is. It's Jillian trying a beignet for the first time.
So we got the regular beignets that are under $5. You get 3 of them with plenty of powder.
I chose this Mardi Gras beignet because I thought it was really cute, and look where we're at. We just had to get the Mardi Gras one.
Also is the confetti one, which is normally here, and here's the brand new cinnamon hot red beignet. Can't wait to dig in.
It's really they're warm.
They stay warm.
She needs a bib.
She does.
It smells so good. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Oh, I just need a puff of
Oh, I see.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm dying. They're so good. All I can think of is when I'm eating these is Tiana in the back counter, back in the kitchen at her first job at the restaurant, like spinning the tray of beignets really, really fast, and just going with like the powdered sugar, and it would just be covered. Remember that scene? That's all I can think.
So there, that's some of our adventures over there at Port Orleans.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really cool place. We really enjoyed our stay there, and like I had said, it was moderately priced. Like we had 2 rooms, and so it didn't break the bank at all. I forget how many days we were there for. Maybe 5 days. I can't remember. But no, I would definitely stay there again. I do want to try Riverside because it's our kind of our goal to see and stay at every resort. But
Come get me, Lawrence. Chasing after me.
yeah, I won't. It'll be a while before I catch you.
You know that the beignets are good when Jillian gives it such a rave review. She is the harshest critic I know. And so she loves those beignets. So trust her on that. And thank you. April says she's quite perfect with reviews. And she's taught me to be a better reviewer as well. Yeah. So did we cover everything? Port Orleans?
Yeah. That was nice to have the
video accompaniment. Yeah. Well, I think that will be a new feature that we'll be bringing to the podcast when we can, because we have such a library of footage for the channel. And now we have that capability where I purchased some new software. And I told you all last night when I was live, I'm working on some projects and we'll see how they go. And if it does, you're going to love this channel even more because it means more content, way more content. So working on a possibility with that. So yeah.
I don't love beignets.
Oh,
I don't.
Wow.
I don't. But my brother and his fiance, who's from New Orleans, they did go to Port Orleans with us. Not when we stayed there, but before that. And they had beignets, so I just thought I would throw that up there. So that's
Look at that.
with all that powdered sugar. Plenty.
Wow. I have not seen her in forever. My memory of her, right? I'm thinking of the right person, right? She's the one that I got stuck on Splash Mountain with, and we were just getting drenched.
Yeah.
Yes. She's really sweet. And your brother's one of my favorite dudes. We got to see him again.
Yeah,
I love your brother too.
She came with us when we went for Christmas, and then he came with us for 4th of July.
Yeah.
So I think they're both coming for New Year's. So we'll see.
Awesome. Love that. Love that. Before we wrap up, we should probably hit inside this week in the parks, right?
Yes.
Excellent. So this week in the parks, I always go to you. Where do we start? We're at Universal. We're at Universal on Saturdays.
Yep.
Did anything stand out to you guys that is worth recapping? Of course, Universal Studios is a whole different animal. I feel like I'm not with you all much because it's a time for the family to do some rides we don't get to do as much as we do at Disney, and there are rides that Tammy doesn't do. So Tammy takes over the stream, which I know you all love, and I miss you all the entire time. I feel like I'm a little disconnected there, but we just did our rides, and I just love sharing when we go to, because you can't ride many rides and stream at the same time. So love going over to Seuss Land and just showing you all the beautiful view when you're up there on the train. It's beautiful. So love doing that. We did that with you all, and Cat in the Hat is one of those dark rides that we're able to do. I was surprised that all the decorations were up in Seuss Land for Christmas.
Oh my
so
goodness. Way too early.
That was awesome. And those are two unique Christmas trees in the beginning with it's kind of like a video display on those trees. So loved showing that. And more to come. I love Christmas. And I feel like you have to be extra creative in Universal Studios if you're going to live stream there and captivate your audience. So I think we did that. When you and I looked at the numbers, we had a steady amount of people watching Saturday night, didn't we? If I recall.
We did, yeah. I for those of you that don't know, I, as a editor, I sit back and kind of take a look at things as it's going and put polls in the chat. There's a poll in the chat right now, actually. I didn't even tell you guys. So I put a poll in the chat just now because I wanted to see how many people have watched the podcast before, if it's your first time, if you watched about half the episodes, if you don't miss an episode, just help us out and give us an answer. We like to get a feel for what's going on. So I was watching that, and there was quite a few people still watching, even though it was Universal.
I love that poll. We should probably do the poll every time the DizPod is on, or quite often, because we do want to know that. And when Lawrence and I started the DizPod as we know it on this channel, because it did exist on Spotify with just me, it felt like in the beginning it was a closer part of the channel, right? Mm-hmm. But I really think it's taken on a life of its own, and it's a podcast, and our channel is a live streaming channel, but you can access the podcast through our channel is the way I feel like it's a totally separate thing. So yeah, I think you have to be very creative when you live stream at Universal Studios. And when I look back and review Saturday, I think we really captured that with visiting not only Seuss Land, but it was just a spur of the moment thing. The door was open and we went over and looked at all the Grinch merchandise. And I think we had a lot of fun with that. So
yeah, that was
wasn't it fun? It was a lot of fun. A lot of new merchandise over there.
I can't wait to debut my Whoville hat. My Whoville Christmas hat.
Right.
So yes,
So-
remember I told you the story about my Whoville hat. Okay, so
Yep.
I had
Well,
one.
people don't.
What?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I
Finish.
said- Well, I said, I had one years ago. I mean, I like 15, 20 years ago, I had this Whoville hat. It's red. It looks like a Santa hat, but it's got the curly cute thing and a little pom-pom on the top. So I had one years ago, and I love that hat. And then I had worn it to a Christmas party, a work Christmas party. And I had a bag full of stuff because it was presents and all of that. And I was rushing to get into the house, and it must have fallen off the top of my bag and fallen outside my house at the time. And then I went back. I'm like, oh my God, I remember the next morning I was like, oh man, like where's my hat? And I'm like, oh, it must have fallen off outside. It was right outside my door. Someone stole it and never gave it back to me. I was so annoyed. I'm like, oh my, I live in a co-op complex. Like I knew all my neighbors. So I was really, really upset that one of my neighbors stole my hat and never bothered to give it back to me. And then lo and behold, we walk into the Grinch store and there's my hat. I'm like, oh yes, we got the Whoville hat again. So yes, I will be debuting that soon. I can't wait.
Universal Studios stole it.
I
guess.
know. I'm like,
Right.
I was shocked to find it again. I'm just like, wow. Oh, and my other thing about Universal, I have to give my review. Jill and I went to go check out the candy shop there. What is it? Honeydukes?
Oh yeah, Honeydukes.
Yes.
Yep, over in
Yep.
Harry Potter.
Yes. I wanted to go there specifically because I heard that they had butterbeer fudge. So good. Oh my God. Not as good as the ice cream, I think, but it is really good and it doesn't melt on you. So, and you can take it home and have it later.
4 out of 5 wands or 5 out of 5 wands? What do we got?
I think it's like 4.75 wands, Harry Potter wands for sure.
Love that.
Mhm.
All right.
Good stuff.
I don't think I've had that before, but man, that ice cream is so good. Oof.
Oh, yeah, we have to get that next time. We didn't get that this time, but that's why I
Yeah.
wanted the fudge. I had to get the fudge.
Yeah, I mean that's on Dole Whip level. It's to where you always try to have a Dole Whip, But yeah, so that's good. Good review on that. So we only had one other day in the parks streaming, and that was over at Hollywood Studios.
So
Yeah.
That's
before
nice.
we move to Hollywood Studios, I'm going to say one thing about Universal because it's happened twice now. You need to end the stream inside the park because as soon as you walk out, it just
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Let me tell you. So this is what was going through my head. So I tried to come out and take you all out there and keep you all on for a few more minutes. But in my head, as soon as I started to approach Hard Rock, I said to myself, whoa, this is a spot that will absolutely lag. And I'm trying to end the stream. And I look at the numbers and the streaming signal was way down. And I looked at my phone. Stream had frozen. I tried to back up, and I just couldn't bring you all back. So I just had to, I hate ending a stream like that, but I had to wave the white flag and give up and just end the stream in the chat, which rarely happens, but
Right.
Lawrence is right. From now on, we're just going to end those streams. Although if sometimes we go out to City Walk and shop, so probably the thing to do, it's so funny because live streamers know in their heads where everything, where all the lag points are. If we avoid that section where Hard Rock is and just go out to City Walk, then we're fine. So we just need to avoid Hard Rock at all times.
Yeah.
So one other thing I'll say is, so we go to dinner. Y'all don't know this because we weren't live. We go to dinner. Oh, I shouldn't even say this because it sounds like I'm calling out Tammy. It happens to everybody, but we lost my what do you call it? My debit card in Harry Potter Land, And so with that, I went to customer service, and they couldn't do anything for me. They said it's locked up inside Islands of Adventure, and that's it. They said, you'll have to come back tomorrow. And I'm like, I don't live close enough to just drop by. I was like, couldn't somebody just go get it for me? And they said, no, the park is locked up tight and you'll have to come back. So needless to say, a couple days later, I just ordered a new card. So there'll be a new card coming.
Wow.
Deborah Sternhagen, I love it. She says, wow, this is serious radio. All of the equipment in studio digs. No Mickey ears. Sometimes we have Mickey ears.
I usually wear them, but it's Mardi Gras, so this is Mardi Gras stuff.
Yeah, a little Mardi Gras theme. But welcome, Deborah. I love Sirius XM radio. Put me on. So I'll tell. Okay, so
the ears is the shirts.
Yes. So wrapping up inside the parks, I guess, we were over at Hollywood Studios last night. Did anything happen that really stood out? Victor showed up. He had an awesome outfit as always.
He did.
Always.
He did.
Toy Story outfit. Phantasmic was amazing. It was definitely cold enough to wear a Spirit jersey, and I dropped the ball on that one.
Yes, you did.
So I missed
so bad for you.
I toughed it out. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So you just got to get in that mindset. But the rides, the ride times, if you played the park right, like we did, times dropped very weirdly. Like Rise went down for a little bit, and all of a sudden it was 20 minutes. And it was less than 20 minutes, really, when we got over there. Mickey and Minnie's went down to 10 minutes. And so there were a lot of options last night, which was weird. And once again, thank you to Hollywood Studios for showing 2 Phantasmics, because it allows us to maximize our playtime in the park, and then we can just stroll over and get. I mean, I couldn't have picked a better seat last night for Phantasmic. That's exactly where I would have sat.
Yeah.
So, and of course, that show is always amazing.
And that's probably what drove the wait times down on the rides, is a lot of people were at the first show. So
yeah, right.
Yeah, that second show, it was not full for sure. There was a lot of empty seats on the sides. So it was good. It was good that we saw the second one, because we got to take it.
Yeah, the sides are usually empty.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Not the last time we went. We were always on this. We were already on the side. We were all the way over. But
yeah.
Was that a second show?
No, that was one.
It's just the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody looking for Hollywood Studios Phantasmic, if they have 2 shows and go to the second show, continue to ride at 8:00, because the second show is after the park closes, so you're not missing anything, and most of the people go to the first show.
Maybe lastly, what I'll say about last night was I was able to sneak in over at the Star Wars store, and they now have Galactic Star Cruiser merch being sold in there. So it kind of, I had an unexpected feeling about it when I looked at it. I know it's been a little bit of a disaster in some ways. It's something that, just listening to critics, that it really is a good experience, but it was way overpriced. So there's certainly positive and negative. There's positive and negative thoughts about it. So when I just looked at it, it kind of broke my heart a little bit to see that merch out there, because I love Star Wars, and I'm sure it was a great experience to do it. Oh, and Disney Dina said that a ton of Kermit merch at Hollywood Studios. Absolutely. I had so much fun looking at all that Kermit stuff, because I'm a huge Kermit fan. And so is Lawrence, and this was just a must get. And matter of fact, I came home and Tammy was like, I really thought you were going to buy the Kermit hoodie. I really thought you were going to buy that Kermit hoodie. I said, stay tuned. Stay tuned. That was a really cute t-shirt too, where he was on the little stool. It looked like he had a thought and something to say.
Yeah. It's funny. I'm a huge Kermit fan. Kermit was actually my nickname in high school. And
you kind of sound like him.
Well, that's why, yeah. Especially in high school.
It sounds like you could do a good Kermit if you tried.
I would have to really try. But I have, I've got all my Disney stuff. I don't have any Kermit stuff, so I'm gonna have to change that the next time I go.
Yeah, I'll probably end up with that hoodie too at some point.
But Wardrobe
Yeah.
is working on a Kermit shirt for me, so stay tuned.
Okay. Excellent. And I've got about 5 more shirts or so to debut. So that almost takes me to the end of the year.
There you go.
So, yeah. Well, all right, everyone. I think that's the pod. What do you think? Did we cover everything?
I like it. We covered a lot. I don't know what we're talking about.
Excellent.
But I'm
Remember,
working on
next week
something.
I'm probably
That's
not going
right.
to be on the pond because I
That's
got to
right.
pick up my dad from the airport.
Kathy
So-
won't be
I'll probably
here,
be in
but
chat. I'll probably be in chat.
we'll toe the line. All right. We'll toe the line, and you'll have to stay tuned to see what we're talking about because
Yeah.
we almost never know.
And we
a
might
week in
have somebody
advance.
sitting in Kathy's seat. Well, not her actual seat. That would be weird if they were just in her.
Oh, actually, yeah.
yeah. So,
Yeah. We might have a guest, so we'll go down that road. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. So thanks for joining us, everyone who joined live. Thanks for listening on the replay. We appreciate all of you. Before we go, what were the results of that poll? I really hate that I can't see the poll when they come up.
Yeah, I have to bring it up separately. So 52 votes, 46% it never miss it. 10% have seen about half the episodes, 23% about 5 episodes, and 21%, so that's about 11 people of the 52 votes, first time. So thank you for tuning in. Hope that you
Thank you and
enjoyed it.
welcome.
If you did, make sure to hit the like button. Remember, we are live every Thursday at 6:30 right here on Living in Diz as the podcast. And then Corey and his family are out streaming the parks 2 to 3 times a week.
Yes, we are. Well done. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful night. And for the Diz Pod, I'm Corey.
I'm Lawrence.
I'm Kathy.
Have a great